Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be touching on PCSing. So if you or someone you know is going to be PCSing to NAS Jax or Mayport, stick around to learn more. So much for sticking around, friends. Now, to my friends that do not know what PCSing means, it means permanent change station. So if you're in the military, you may get a permanent change station. That could be a minimum of 20 weeks or longer. It means you're going to have to pack up your family and move. Now, Jacksonville has 3 branches. Well, not necessarily branches. We have 3 stations. So we have NAS Jax, which is the Naval Air Station. Then we have NS Mayport, which is Naval Station Mayport. And we also have the Coast Guard. So the Coast Guard is in Mayport. So they're right beside each other, connected. And NAS Jax is on the other side of town. So I will share with you on a map so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So right here on the Atlantic Ocean is the Mayport Naval Station, and within that is the Coast Guard as well. So you can see very, very close up that the ships here would be able to get in. And you know, this is a very popular Mayport Naval Station. They have big ships that come here, so it's quite interesting. And if you are stationed to come to Mayport, you may or may not want to live right in the vicinity, but there is housing not too far from here. They also have a famous national park, or state park I should say, called the Catherine Abbey Hanna Park, which has a campground. It's really cool. For those of you that have been there, it is a beautiful park and beach to go to. So down the coast here, there are homes you could live in, and you go further down here and you're in Atlantic Beach. You're also in close proximity to Neptune Beach, and you go a little further down here on the coast and you're in Jacksonville Beach. So those are all coastal cities that would be in close proximity to Mayport. But just right here is Jacksonville. So you see, we have some different communities here. We have East Arlington, which I've talked about in several videos. So if you want to see some more in-depth videos of different neighborhoods, make sure you go through my videos that I already have on my channel, and you can get a sense of what those communities look and feel like. So all along here, you are in Jacksonville. So we have Sandalwood. You can go all the way to the left and be in Charter Point or Hidden Hills. Or if you want to cross over the bridge or take a ferry, you can be on the north side and you can come over into Ocean Way. There are all kinds of housing all in through here. So depending on your rank, your budget, and how close you want to be to Mayport will determine where you want to live. And as a realtor, I can help you figure those choices out based on your wants and needs, because we have school options here and they're private schools. So you could choose to live in a community that you're driving your child to a certain school, or you want them to get on the bus and be in that school. If you go down further, you're down here in the San Marco area. So that is not too far from NAS Jax. You're in downtown Jacksonville right here. Englewood, you're in San Jose Flores, Beauclair. I've done videos on this. This is South Side. I've done a lot of videos. So if you wanted to live in a townhouse or single family home or a condo, we have options here in Jacksonville, and I can help guide you through that process. If you go a little further down, you're in Mandarin. Down here, you're in Bartram and Fruit Cove. So there are quite a few options. If I just pull the map just a little so you can see, you can go all the way down the coast. You could go into Nocatee even, which is right in here, and get down to A1A and get to work. That is an option. So just depending on where you want to live, this is all Duval, and down in here is St. Johns County. And if you go further north, you are in Nassau County. So just keep that in mind. There are options for you. Now let's go in to check out where NAS Jax is. Now NAS Jax is on the west side of the river. So a lot of times people will say they want to live east of the river or they want to live west of the river. Well, living east of the river means you are going to be near NAS Jax. So what does that mean? Well, you're going to hear some planes flying overhead. That is something you'd have to want to get used to and like. But some of the nice communities over here is Ortega. You can live in Argyle Forest. Go on over into Oak Leaf Plantation. These are all very close to NAS Jax, or you can come down into Orange Park. If you want to cross the bridge, you can come down to Fleming Island, Doctor's Inlet. You can go into Middleburg. You'll have a hike, but depends on what you're looking for. You might have more land out here, and you could get some USDA loans out here. But being in the military, you're probably going to want to use your entitlement and use a VA loan. So I am quite familiar with how veterans work, and I'm here to guide you through the process, which is really, really important to have someone who's boots on the ground, that knows communities, that have worked with military, that know how the military loans work, how a VA loan works, how you have entitlement, and once you use it up, you get to use it with your home. If you decide to sell, you can take your entitlement with you. So that is important, that you are working with people who understand your VA benefits. So also, if you're in the NAS Jax area and you're in the Orange Park area, you could always cross the bridge and be over in Mandarin, which is also not too far from Mayport. So it just depends on what lifestyle you're looking for. But overall, you could see how big Jacksonville is, even to drive at this time. So not in any kind of full-time traffic. From Mayport to NAS Jax, it can take anywhere from 49 to 55 minutes in no traffic. So you can see that's quite a hike. If you're in traffic, it could be a bit longer. So you want to be strategic on where you're living, based on where you're working, where you want your children to go to school if you have children, or if your spouse has a job where they're going to be working. So we can be very strategic in our planning sessions if you are getting your orders and your PCSing. So let me be your go-to person here. I can help you with finding people to get your inspection done. I can do almost anything you need being here when you're getting prepared. And if you are wanting a PCS guide, let me know and I will send you one. Just leave me a comment in the comment section and just say PCS guide, and then I can get your information, or you can email me and I'll leave that also. What I'm also going to do is leave a link to my calendar in the comments. So if you want to set up a consultation and start preparing for your PCSing, I can absolutely assist you with the process to make it as smooth and easy on you as possible. Have it to be as stress-free as possible. And maybe you're not familiar with Jacksonville. So Jacksonville is the largest city by square mile, by land mass in the continental US. And as you can see, I just pointed out how long it would take you to get from one base to another. That is a large city, very large. There are a lot of neighborhoods within neighborhoods. So getting to know the vibe in the city is something I can share with you. But the weather here in Jacksonville is absolutely spectacular. I have no idea where you've been stationed, but just to give you some insight, we have over 220 something days of sunshine here. Our mild temperatures all year round. Our winters, they start in December, January, and go until about the end of February. So we don't really have long winters here, which is nice. And our winters, yes, they can dip a little in the colder areas. I mean, this whole season has been very different for this whole country, but typically we don't really get snow here, and we have a lot of sunshine. The summers here are hot. They're humid, and we get torrential rain here, and that will occur usually around between 2 and 4 for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then it goes away, and then the sun comes up and all the rain disappears. You can't see it anymore. That is a typical summer day. If you don't know us, we have, I think it's about 22 miles of sandy beaches here. Lots of beach life if you like the beach life. We also have the fresh water with the St. Johns River, so you have access to different types of fishing if you like to fish. We have the ocean, like I said, you can fish there as well. You can also do your surfing if you're a surfer. If you're into boating, there's so many different ways you can boat here. If you like to golf, well, golf courses are plentiful here, private and public golf courses, so you can have golfing. If you like the great outdoors, we have the largest urban park system in all of the United States of America. So you'll have options with different types of outdoor parks. We also have skateboarding here, and one of the oldest skateboarding rinks ever is here. So we have options for skateboarding. If you like cycling, if you like pickleball, whatever activity you like, you're gonna find it here. We also have theater. So if you wanna see theatrical plays and so on, we have options here. We also have our Jacksonville Jaguars. No, they're not the greatest right now, but at least if you wanna see a game, you can go to a pro football game. We have stadium football too. We have sports here. So if you're into sports, you're gonna find something interesting to do. We also have a great music scene here. So we have a lot of music events that come to town. And I don't know if we're coined the event capital of the USA or not, but we do have a lot of events in the metro Jacksonville area. So you're always going to find things to do, whether you're single, married, or you have a family. There's always great fun here. And if you're considering retiring here after your final move, I can help you with that too. I love helping retirees as well. I'm certified in the seniors real estate development, and I have toured a lot of different 55 and over communities, if that's also a community you're considering. So if it's not for you and maybe it's for someone else, make sure you share this video with someone this could be useful for. And if you could do me a favor and like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And if there's a community in particular that you're really curious about and you haven't had much time to research it, leave me the name of the community and I will do some research for you. So that will be most useful to you, get to know that area. So there's different homes that you may not be aware of that maybe I can find for you and help you much easier with your process. My name is Nicole Smith. I'm a realtor here in Jacksonville, Florida, and I would love to help you with your PCSing. So if you think that you could use my assistance, make sure you message me today. I'll leave all my information below. And my motto is life is too short not to love where you're living. But sometimes you don't get a choice, especially if you're in the military. So let me make the best of it for you and show you the highlights and the special things in Jacksonville. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk real soon.